Okay, questions for Coach?
Could I make a statement?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, all right, thank you. First of all, I mean, somebody may ask me, but I just want to make sure to mention, I thought our crowd was tremendous, with the rain delay. I didn't ever get outside, but somebody sent a video in of looked like a lot of rain, a lot of wind, and some lightning. And, nobody tucked tail and ran home. They stayed out there and they were in the stands for us and made a big difference, huge difference. We've had some rain delays before here, and you can walk out there and you knew the people in the stands. So, this was a big deal, and our people stayed, and that's critical. And I think it's all due to the fact that, we have a beautiful place in the best location in America, and our people are extremely proud of it. So it makes a huge difference. That's what excited me so much today for our fans, is that they really got this to feel college game day, a Saturday, where they can watch games, they can mess around all day, they can come watch us play in the evening. So that was a big deal, and I appreciate them staying and helping us win the game.
Right.
Bryce, Cherry, Waco Trib. Are the backups playing today, several of them, Seth and some of the receivers that got more time than they might normally get. What does that mean for you guys going forward down the road?
Not to disagree with your assessment of how we use our people, but we really don't like to view our guys as backups. They're just all players. We got a bunch of players, and you can only play so many at a certain time, so they all bring different things to the table according to what their opportunities are. And it just so worked out that these guys got opportunities tonight that might not have been given under normal circumstances, but we certainly feel like the people on the field are very capable and to keeping us at the level that we have to be at to have a chance to win another Big 12 championship. So I was unsurprised by what Seth did, unsurprised by what some of those receivers did, KD in particular. But, the main thing we wanted to do, which we didn't do as well earlier as we wanted to, is run the football but protect Seth. And I thought our O-line did a great job. I don't think he got hit tonight, protecting him. And, we ran the ball adequately, but, we were just able to throw the ball so effectively we didn't really force the run like we could have.
Stephen Hawkins with the AP. Now that we're here with Bryce, obviously you had said he wouldn't play if he wasn't 100%. So where is he now, and where is he looking forward to next Friday night?
Hawk, I don't know. We'll look at him tomorrow. He felt a little better today. Like I said, we're on a quick turnaround. In 4 days we're getting on a plane going to Buffalo. We'll see what's happening. Tomorrow we'll go through kind of a Sunday, Monday mix with our guys, and then Monday's a workout day, for us, which is a Tuesday in a regular week. So we'll just see how he progresses. He's eager to get back out there, and that's the way he is. He's a winner, he's a fighter, and he's a dang good football player, and he's one of the 3 quarterbacks that led people to a conference championship last year that are back. So once again, we'll make sure that he's healthy, but that little flame, I think, turned into a pretty big fire. It's just hard to watch. It's hard to watch when you wait so long to have a chance to play. And if there's any way he can get on the field, he'll be on the field at Buffalo.
Was it even close tonight?
No, he was not close tonight. There's no way that he could have played. If he could have, I was going to suit him up and just have him for emergency. That was my plan 2 days ago. If I felt like he could actually get us out of the game, but he wasn't that far along.
Brian Kaufman, News 10 Sports. I know you knew he was good. Did you know KD had that kind of game in him in his second career college game?
Yes. No question. Yes. I watched a lot of receivers, seen a bunch, over 30-something years of coaching. And when I saw him last year in high school, I went and watched him play a game at Terrell, Texas. I came back and said, that's the best guy I've ever seen as a high school receiver. No doubt. So no, not surprised one bit. He's good. He's different. We got a bunch of different ones.
Pierre and Jim Casey, and back here, Coach. Was the decision to pull Seth at halftime more because of the score, or were you thinking maybe in the back of your mind you might need him again on Friday?
Really, it was all score. It was all score. If it's 30 or 7-3, then he's playing. I think it was 49-3 at half, and we were getting the ball to start the second half. You just didn't see any reason, to keep him out there, because we're really not sure what's going to happen this week. We still got to wait and see. And it was a good chance to let Chris have some valuable snaps because he hadn't had many. And we think Chris's future is really bright. So it was a chance to let him, really get his feet wet and have a chance to get on the stage and play a little bit. But, we had 48 plays at halftime, and, that's a pretty good number for Seth.
Coach. Central Texas. Coach, you just mentioned Katie Cannon, but he and Davion Hall also are so developed. It's not just speed running past people, it's adjusting on routes. What do you attribute that to at such a young age? Sometimes it takes the guys a year or so to kind of learn those things.
They're both exceptional athletes, and they're both, very centered on being really great, in different ways. They're both different people, and they burn differently, but they both have the same ambition, which is to be exceptional. A lot of it's God-given, a lot of it's, through repetition, and a lot of it's through scheme. So, it's just, it's a situation where, we knew coming in that both those guys could be really good, and the flip side is Chris Platt and Ishmael Zamora. Those guys are phenomenal. They're not just kind of okay. They're phenomenal, and given same opportunities, same results. KD flashed. We knew what he could do early in camp. Duke Tootie or Davion Hall was here all spring, so we got to see him. We got to be around him and see how mature he was for a high school senior. And so those guys were a step ahead, when we got Chris Platt and Ish. But I'm telling you, the down the road success for those guys, it's really good. It's going to be good for Baylor for the next 4 or 5 years, no question.
We got time for 2 more questions.
Coach Tim O'Donnell, News Channel 25, right in the back. Defense, again, big story in this game. You guys have yet to give up a touchdown this season. What did you think of their performance tonight?
I thought they were great.
And really, Northwestern scored 27 points last week. They're a 6-6 football team last year and played some good games, beat some really good people. I thought our defense played really well. I thought we knew they would pose a couple of problems for us with as mobile as the quarterback was, sprint him out. He could throw well. He's a playmaker. He started all last year for him, as a JC kid, so he's really mature. And then that little receiver, number 7, is a really good football player. So to shut them out, being in some situations where they were given, like the punt, the fumble punt, where they started drive on our 30-something. And then I think they got down there a couple other times, and we held them to a field goal. But, if we bounce along and hold people to field goals, we're going to win a lot of football games. They did a great job.
Coach, Josh Riley from 94.5 The Beat. You got 3 games in less than 2 weeks. Talk about how the physicality of playing that much within that short period of time, along with having to travel these next 3 weeks in Buffalo, Iowa State, and then down to Austin to finish out your road stretch.
The thing that we're looking at is we talked about it, in June. We talked about it in early August, 3-13. We got 3 games in 13 days. So we knew what was coming up. We've accomplished 2 of the 3. Now we got a big one. We got to flip in 6 days and go play on the road on national TV. And it's not in Oklahoma, or Louisiana. It's a pretty good little journey. So that's something that's going to help us, mature as we go into those other games that were mentioned. But the first thing we have to do is take care of business, this Friday up in Buffalo, New York. That's really as far as we've looked, and what we've talked to them about is 3-13, and we'll take a day or 2 because we got 15 before the next. 15 days till we go to Iowa State. So we'll take a day or 2, we'll regroup, we'll assess where we're at, and then we'll get ready for another run. But the critical thing is to be 3 games to none after 13 days. We're 2/3 of the way there, of course.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you all very much.